Thank you all for sticking around. Well, if you didn't know that May is Lupus Awareness Month, my next guest, Miss Patricia Davis of the Southwest Georgia Lupus Support Group, is here to share details on how we can support. So thank you so much for joining me. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and I wore my purple in support of you
Thank
and Chef Hazel.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to just start off by asking, what exactly is lupus for those who don't know?
Well, lupus is an autoimmune disease that can affect any part of the body. There are 4 major types. SLE, which is systemic lupus erythematosus, and that's where it can affect any organ.
Okay.
It is where our antibodies fight against the healthy tissues in our body instead of the foreign ones. And it really, the body attacks itself.
Gotcha.
It's what like a war going on in our bodies.
Wow.
There's a discoid lupus where it's just confined to the skin. And then there's a drug-induced lupus that usually will go away after you stop particular medications. And then there's neonatal lupus that they're doing a lot more research on.
Wow. Okay, and so what inspired your advocacy?
With me being diagnosed in 1987, there was not much information available that was positive.
Wow.
So I set out to find out all I could about it. And that's what really started. And we started a support group here in the Albany area in '88.
Okay.
And we did went pretty strong up until the pandemic.
Okay.
And my goal now is to revitalize that group and get more people interested.
Yeah.
Get more people willing to work and more people doing research.
Okay. And so about how many people are a part of the group?
Well, we had at one time up to about 16 to 20 people, and it varies depending on people's condition and their health issues.
Okay.
Right now, like I said, we're trying to revitalize.
Gotcha.
And so anyone who's interested in being a part of the group, who want to help us get restarted, want to be a facilitator, or just support us, please contact me, Patricia Davis, at patriciadavis78@yahoo.com, or the Lupus Georgia chapter in Atlanta.
Gotcha. All right, and so what are some signs and symptoms of lupus?
For me, it started out with extreme fatigue.
Okay.
Was one. The skin rash, the malar rash, like butterfly rash over the face, pain in joints, loss of hair, sores or ulcers in the nose or mouth. There are some blood tests, but there's no one specific blood test that would determine lupus. There's several things that have to take place.
Okay.
And what they usually do, there's 11 criteria. And if you maintain 4 of those criteria over a period of time, then they're said you possibly could have lupus.
Gotcha.
But it takes a complete background, physical exam, a complete medical history, all of those things to make that determination.
Now, you all are having a lupus awareness walk.
Yes.
Right? So
yes.
Can you tell us some details
There's
about
going to
that?
be 2 coming up, one September 14th and one September 21st, one in Macon and one in Columbus. One of the goals of our support group is to have a lupus walk in this area next year.
Okay.
And we want to do it in honor of one of our facilitators who lost her battle with lupus, Yvonne Perry. We want to do it in her honor. But we need people to volunteer to help us do what we need to do to get it done. More information will be forthcoming and announced on in the local papers and radio stations and TV stations and that kind of thing.
Definitely. So how can we support as a community?
Well, you can donate to the Lupus Foundation, Georgia chapter, #1. You can walk with us or become a sponsor for walkers. You can put the word out as far as written information. Go to the websites. There are a lot of information on the lupus.org website. You can find all kind of information. There are support groups in this area. Like I said, Columbus, Macon. There was one in Tifton, and our support group here once we get revitalized.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So can you give us that contact information again?
That's Patricia Davis 78@yahoo.com.
Okay.
And a number is 229-395 4028.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for the information.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, I appreciate you. Well, again, we will have all this information posted on our website at waob.com. We're going to take a quick